Welcome to the Red Conrad Show, the story of my life and world events how I see them. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get this going. Hello everybody, how you doing? I don't know how many times now I've tried recording this. Because I'm trying to be real, I'm trying to be completely open. Because when I first started the show, the idea was the show was going to be for me and me alone. Kind of like a audio journal to myself, so I can compare my past, present, and future as I continue to go through life, continue to record shows, so I can compare how different situations I've been in, how I dealt with it with my different situations, engage myself to see if I changed at all as I got older, as I dealt with different shit, as I learned more about myself, my disorders, and different coping mechanisms. There are certain things that I record and upload that are behind the paywall, mainly because of the topics I discuss on those episodes. This one I don't want to put behind a paywall, so I've started recording it. I don't know how many fucking times now, because the fact that I am starting to grow listenership is actually scaring the fucking piss out of me. I know there's a good possibility none of you fucking know me personally, but it is scaring me that I'm growing a fucking listenership. I mean, I knew it was a possibility that it could happen, and when I realized that could happen, I figured, well, if I can help spread mental health awareness, give non-sufferers a little bit of insight into how sufferers' minds work, if they know anybody that has a condition, similar to what I suffer with, you might be able to understand that person better, or to help sufferers that might be listening to my show realize they're not alone. There are people out there that are like them, that understand what they're going through, understand how they fucking feel. But even with that in my mind, the idea that I could be helping people, the idea that my show could be helping spread mental health awareness, it still scares the crap out of me, the fact that I'm actually growing a listenership. Because, quite frankly, up until this podcast, I haven't really opened up all that much about my conditions and about different situations in my life, to very many people, outside of very, very few people that I trust. So, the fact that I'm growing listenership, and I got more and more people hearing about my life, it is kind of scary. But anyways, getting to the topic of this episode, I'm gonna say that right now, I feel like a fucking goddamn loser. Okay? I feel like a fucking screw up for the umpteenth time in my life. Because, quite frankly, I allowed my depression to keep me down longer than it should have after I lost my wife to cancer. I mean, everybody says that everybody grieves differently for different amounts of time, which is true. And yes, losing my wife to cancer did hit me fucking hard. If those of you that listen to my show more or less since the beginning, you heard what I did and the situation that I ended up in because of it. If you're new to the show, I'm gonna ask you to go back, listen to those older episodes. Because honestly, the situation I got myself into by allowing my depression to keep me down for longer than it really should have, the shit that I tried doing to get out of it, it all went fucking sideways. which led me to try doing something that ended up causing the hiatus for, I think it was about 4 months, where I uploaded no new content to my podcast. I was literally wrapped up in that whole situation. If you want to hear what happened during that situation, you're going to have to subscribe to the paid episodes to listen to that story. But between the hiatus, on top of the situation from earlier in the year, all kind of led into the situation that I'm in now. Because I was putting too much fucking focus on that shit and not enough, on my business and on other things I needed to be doing to get myself out of my situation. So now I'm in a spot that I need fucking help in more than one way. Which is one of the reasons why I'm doing my podcast, because quite frankly, I feel less crazy, recording this shit with the idea that at least some of it's going to get uploaded to the podcast than I do just talking. As in talking to myself. At least, making recordings that may or may not make it to my podcast. I don't feel so crazy, because if whatever gets uploaded, all of you guys listening get to hear, I'll get to hear it in the future when I decide to play it back to myself. See how much I fucking might have changed. But I'm going through some very dark time right now. There is a way I can get out of it. And it's just going to take a lot of energy, a lot of work, a lot of stress. And I did talk about it to a couple of my close friends. I spoke about it to people in my family. Which was hard for me to do, because normally I don't talk to anybody about shit until after I've already gotten out on the other side. Usually those close to me will see that I'm going through something. They'll see the extra stress on my face. They might even sense a little bit of an extra fucking attitude in me. And by attitude, I don't mean like I'm in your face type attitude. I mean like I can't stand still. I can't stay focused on any one subject. I'm constantly bouncing from subject to subject. If we run into each other out in public, in the store or whatever, I'm always in a rush. That's what I mean by attitude. They'll see me like that, they'll know what's going on. They'll know something's going on, but I don't tell them what's going on until after I get through it. And then I'll tell them, what happened, how it happened, how I got through it. We might laugh about it. But this situation, I told people about as I'm going through it. Because I need help. I need, there's people that I know that have been through similar shit or have been through worse shit, or, maybe just that they're older than me. They might have a better outlook, a different outlook than what I'm seeing. So I'm just trying to collect advice from people. And I was more or less told shit that I didn't want to fucking goddamn hear. And it helped make me feel like I'm a fucking goddamn loser or a screw up. My people that are close to me. As I'm reminded by people that are close to me that my whole life I've been through some fucked up shit, and I've always come out the other side. I've always survived fucking everything. So there's no reason why I can't survive this. I was reminded, that I've always managed to fucking figure shit out. I had somebody mention to me that they've been through some fucking shit that nobody knows about, that they had to fucking figure out on their own. They didn't have nobody to fucking go to. It's like, well, actually, yeah, you did. I mean, everybody's got people they can go to to talk to. Everybody's got someone they can go to for advice. I mean, whether you realize it or not, you have those fucking friends that got your back no matter what. You've got those people in your family that have got your back no matter what. If you go to them to talk to them about shit, they'll listen. They might tell you shit that will upset you. They might tell you shit that you don't want to fucking hear. But in the middle of all that is going to be advice that, if taken, might be the advice that you need to help get you out onto the other side of the situation that you're going through. Just, people don't want to realize that, or don't want to fucking accept that, or whenever they're dealing with, they feel too fucking embarrassed, so they just don't fucking talk to nobody about it. And then, when they get older, they have the same attitude that the people in my life have, that dealt with shit in their life, in their past, by themselves, figured it out by themselves, and then feel like they didn't have nobody to go to because that's what they wanted to feel like. They felt too embarrassed about whatever it was they were dealing with to fucking talk to anybody about it. Try to get, an outsider looking in's viewpoint on what's going on to see if maybe they see a solution that you going through it don't see. And most of my situations that I go through, that's how I feel. A lot of situations I've been through in my life I do feel embarrassed to be going through it, or to admit that I was going through it when I was going through it. So going through this shit, I wouldn't talk about it to nobody. I kept it to myself for the most part, and found my own way through. This situation, on the other hand, I've been talking about to some people. Some of it was uploaded, to the podcast, earlier in the year, and then the hiatus. Some of it was free episodes, some of it's paid episodes. But even so, it was uploaded to the podcast. It was spoken about to those close to me. Because, one, I feel the need that I gotta talk about it. Two, if I can get outsiders looking in, viewpoints on what I'm dealing with, that would be, nice to have. Maybe, an outsider looking in might be able to see something that I don't see, being on the inside looking out. And they might be able to fucking see a solution that I don't see. So I've been talking about it. Or trying to, anyway. And being reminded, that I'm a survivor. I've gotten through everything in my life. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I am. I've been through some hard shit. Got myself into some hard shit. Always found a way out. But that doesn't mean that I have all the fucking answers. It doesn't mean I'm some kind of fucking goddamn superhuman. Like, there's gonna be certain things, like right now, that I'm gonna need to talk to people about. I'm gonna need advice on how to fucking deal with it. And, I can say that, some people I spoke to did give me some advice of, what I can do to help fix it. Like I said, there is a way out. I see myself getting out of this. It's gonna be a lot of hard work, though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking pull it off necessarily fast enough, well, as fast as I'd like to. It's probably going to take me a little bit longer than I'd like to fucking fix the situation that I'm in right now. But it is what it is. The main point of this is, look, if you know somebody in your life that's got a severe mental disorder, severe depressive, severe anxiety, I'm saying severe because whereas mine is the BPD, that's my most severe condition. I also have bipolar. I also have PTSD. I also got GAD, dysthymia, and even though I feel, and my doctor feels that my BPD is the worst condition that I have, I also believe that my conditions are all fucking feeding off of each other. One condition ends up fucking triggering the other, and so on and so forth. And that's probably how I ended up staying so deep, dark, depressed for as long as I was, before I started coming out of it. And then, for the past couple months, I've been trying not to fucking fall back into it, because I really can't. If I fall back into as deep a depression as I was in for so long, I can guarantee I'm not getting out of the mess that I'm in. So I'm trying to keep myself at a point where I can still somewhat fucking function and do what I gotta do. Try to keep myself occupied and focused on what I need to get done, and not so focused on my fucking depression. But anyways, if you know somebody that's got severe depressive disorder or severe anxiety disorder, understand that there are going to be things that they're going through that they might not talk to you about. At least not right away. Because they're going to feel embarrassed about it. They're going to fucking feel like a loser. They're going to feel like they're a fucking screw up. And when they do decide to fucking talk to you about it, there's just certain things you just shouldn't fucking say to them. I mean, if they're gonna open up to you about shit that they're going through or that they're trying to deal with, they're doing so because they fucking trust you. And they're looking to you for advice. If there's anything in their situation that you can see from the outside looking in as they're telling you what's going on, that they might be able to do, that they don't see themselves being on the inside looking out, that's what they're fucking looking for. They're looking for that little bit of advice. They're not looking for, more reasons to fucking hate themselves, or more reasons to feel like a fucking goddamn loser or a fucking screw up. Their mind is making them feel like a loser or a screw up all on their own. They don't need the extra fucking help in that area. As far as my situation goes, I do feel like a fucking loser. I do feel like a fucking screw up. I do know I can get it. I can come out on the other side of this. As everybody keeps on reminding me, I've been in fucked up situations before. I've come out on the other side of it. I can do it again. I do believe that. It's just, I basically hate myself right now because there are things I should have done that I didn't do. There's things that while I was working on other things to help me out, I should have also stayed focused on my main thing at the same time. So that if one of the extra things I was trying to do went sideways, like they did, I still would have had my main thing going on. So yeah, I'd still be in a fucking mess right now, but it wouldn't be as bad as it fucking is. But you see, that's how my mind works, okay? I put too much fucking hope and too much fucking goddamn faith in different things that I get going on, whether it be some fucking financial scheme I come up with or I get involved in, or it be some kind of relationship I get involved in, whether it be a friend or whatever. I get too hopeful, too faithful in that one area that I lose focus in every other fucking area. I don't really fucking keep myself focused on more than one thing at a time, and that's my problem. And I know that. So what I'm trying to do now, and if anybody's listening to this episode right now that also has, BPD in particular, or any other kind of severe fucking condition, can take my experience as a lesson that you learn through somebody else, so you don't gotta fucking deal with it yourself, end up in the situation I'm in. And whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you feel like you gotta do to make yourself fucking feel good or get your life on track, yes, focus on that, but don't lose focus on everything else in the process. Because it all fucking goes together. Like with me, when I had my wife, right before she passed away of cancer, she was my driving force. Everything I did was for her. So when I lost her, I lost my purpose. I didn't have reason to fucking do much of really fucking anything. So I didn't. And my life fucking fell apart. And then I found, reason to fucking do shit again. But I got so focused on that, I lost focus on fucking everything else I was trying to fucking goddamn do. So what I'm trying to do now is, put my focus back on my business, keep focus on my inner circle, keep focus on my fucking girl, my new girl, keep focus on, the future that I'm trying to fucking work towards, and get myself to understand that it all fucking ties together. Because if I don't have my business, if I don't have, other shit that I'm doing for income, everything's gonna fucking goddamn fall apart. I mean, it basically is falling apart. But that's not the point. Because I'm gonna come out of this I'm gonna get out of the situation that I'm in. I know I am. I fucking fucked up bad. And I understand that. I realize that. I'm trying to fucking fix myself. When I publish this, it's taking a lot for me to actually publish this shit, considering what I'm saying about myself right now. But it's the fucking truth. And the only way that, the future that I want is gonna fucking happen is for me to fucking focus on me. Do what I gotta do. To, one way or the other, whatever it is I gotta do, not let myself fall back into that deep, dark fucking depression that I was in for so long. Because if I fall back into that, I'm fucked. I need to realize that, the only one I really have to count on is myself. I mean, yes, I have friends that care about me. I got family that care about me. I have people that have helped me as much as they could throughout my life, and that will help me, as much as they could when they could. But outside of that, really all anybody has to count on is themselves. That's the bottom line. If you can't fucking count on yourself, then you ain't shit. And that's why I feel like a fucking goddamn loser right now, because I feel like I let myself down. And then letting myself down, I feel like I also let down everybody that I fucking care about. And the only way I can fucking make up for that is to fucking fix my mess that I'm in. And, can show everybody that I care about, that I feel that I let down. That, one, they're not responsible for the mess that I'm in. I am. I understand that. I'm not blaming anybody but myself for where I'm at. And even if I don't take their advice word for fucking word, to the T of what they told me, I did listen to what they had to say. There are bits and pieces of advice I got from different people that I'm going to be fucking utilizing. And all I can fucking do is fucking try to better myself. And, as soon as I can, I'll be back on my nutraceuticals, which did help me out a lot with keeping my depression and my anxiety under control. I think nutraceuticals helped me a lot better than the medication did anyway. I mean, at least with the nutraceuticals, I felt like my depression and my anxiety was under control, and I was still me. Right? Whereas with the pharmaceuticals, I felt weird. I didn't feel like me. Exactly. If you know what I mean. I have been considering going back into counseling. I just gotta find a counselor I fucking like. And then obviously I gotta be able to fucking afford it. Because all the good counselors all cost fucking shit ton of money. But that's how things go in life. All the fucking good shit is expensive. You want a good doctor, it's gonna cost fucking money. You want good services, it's gonna cost fucking ridiculous money. You want decent quality fucking food, well, the quality food all costs fucking goddamn money. You get cheap shit, it's just not gonna be as good as expensive shit. That's just the way it goes. But yeah, now that I'm starting to lose my train of fucking thought, I might end this episode before I end up fucking repeating myself a million times. Yeah, I might upload it. I might not. If I do, get your laughs out of it. Agree with me that I'm a loser if you want to. I don't give a fuck. I'm just fucking kind of rambling on. Just so I can get shit off my fucking chest. Because I can't keep shit fucking bottled up. So I keep it bottled up. It's gonna fucking end up triggering a depressive episode that I can't afford to have right now. I gotta keep my focus on regrowing my business. I gotta keep my focus on doing other shit I'm doing to create income. I gotta focus on getting myself out of this fucking mess that I'm in. And I gotta deal with the fact that, medication or not, counseling or not, my head's fucked up. And I gotta deal with this fucking fight with myself every fucking goddamn day. Every waking moment of every fucking day, I gotta battle with myself. And tell myself that I'm counting on me. My dog and my cat are fucking counting on me. My girl's counting on me. My daughter's counting on me. My friends are counting on me. My fucking family's all fucking counting on me. So I gotta be able to keep myself, functioning and doing what I gotta fucking them do. Get myself out of this fucking mess that I'm in. And get myself from feeling like a fucking loser back to feeling like a fucking goddamn winner. Cause, well, I am. I mean, at what point in one's life, in a lifetime of surviving fucked up situations, do they go from being a mere survivor to being a fucking goddamn warrior? When does that transition take place? When does a survivor become a warrior? And considering I wanted this podcast to start out with my past, I'm working my way to the present, and a lot of this year was mainly talking about the present. I'll get back to talking about the past eventually. Hopefully as soon as this situation is over so I can get on talking about it. I'll get back to talking about my past, working my way up to the present. Which I want to do for a number of reasons. I mean, like I said, I want to be able to compare my stories in my life to see how much I've changed throughout my life. So I gotta have my past all recorded so I can listen to it to really compare it to the present. And but at the same time, the more of my past I publish, the more of me you guys will understand. And hopefully you guys will see how I've grown, from my past up to the present. And how I might have changed and how I deal with different situations. But yeah, that being said, I basically feel like a fucking loser right now because of the situation I allowed myself to get into. If you want a good idea of what that is, listen to the earlier episodes from earlier in the year where I spoke about the situation. Listen to the few episodes I uploaded talking about the fucking 4-month hiatus from the fucking podcast. In between the two situations, you should get a damn good idea of the situation that I'm currently in. I mean, it really won't take that much effort after you listen to the situation from earlier in the year and then listening to the hiatus episodes. It won't take that much effort at all to fucking goddamn figure out where I'm at right now. And unless things get much worse with the current situation, hopefully in the next episode I talk about the situation. I can talk about how I got out of it. And I guess all that being said, I'm going to end it here. I appreciate y'all for listening if I actually upload this. And I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Red Conrad Show. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, if you're not listening on Spotify, Spotify is the home of my subscription-only content. So any stories you want to hear that have part 1 or they're missing pieces on the free side, you gotta hop over to Spotify and subscribe to the subscription content to get the missing pieces of those particular stories. I will see you in the next episode.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening!
I'm normally not one to ask or beg for help, but for those of you who have been following my show all along, and back over the summer, listening to the situation that I was going through, and started fucking pulling through, and then, those of you who are subscribed and are listening to the episodes explaining the hiatus, as the different episodes explaining that are uploaded. I'm in a kind of a mess right now. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. One, so that you can listen to the episodes about the hiatus, and two, so that you don't miss any of my shows, any of the episodes. There's a lot of the crazy, insane stuff, and a lot of the stuff that just I can't put up for free for different reasons, between how much explicit language I use, or the topics are just that triggering of a topic. I just don't feel it should be up for free. I don't want access to, anyways, if you're subscribed, please consider fucking leaving a donation to the show as well. If you're not subscribed yet, you're still checking out the show, determining if you want to subscribe. In the meantime, please consider going to the website and leaving a donation. No donation is too small. I can really use the help right now. Even $1, every dollar helps. If you visit show.redconrad.com, there's different ways you can leave a donation to the show there, both on the homepage as well as on the support the show page. Again, that's show.redconrad.com. Please consider helping me out. Leave a donation. Anything helps, really. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode.